welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to first of all say thank you for being here, and I'm just gonna jump right into it because that's just how I like to do things. So today I want to talk about the affirmations that I've been able to find for myself and resonate with, that I think cover everything for me personally in my past, and hopefully it'll help you out whenever you're deciding what you want to make for affirmations, if that's what you want to do. One important thing that you want to know before going into making affirmations is to understand that the negative thoughts and everything that other people have told you that you're capable of and all that stuff is a lie. You have to be able to recognize that that's a lie before you're able to even move on to this step, because if you don't understand that those are lies, the affirmations won't mean shit. Just being honest. So affirmations that I personally came up with, my first one is I deserve to be healthy. Now I chose that wording, that I deserve to, it's because there was this motivational video that I found, and it says that people don't live for what they want, they or don't live in a way that reflects what they want, but that reflects what they feel like they deserve. So I say I deserve to be wealthy or healthy. I don't know which one I said first, but anyway, I'm gonna say wealthy. I deserve to be wealthy because for me, whenever I was younger, I was so used to struggling, so used to fighting hard to try to make sure, or at least my mother, like I witnessed my mother like fight hard to try to make sure that we had food to eat, make sure that we had a place to stay and everything like that. So I feel like me saying I deserve to be wealthy directly targets my childhood thought of wealth. Because I don't know if you've ever heard of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but poverty is taught through generations just by what we see is what we feel like life, or what we associate life as. And I want to directly target that part of my past so that I can prosper in the future. So my first one is I deserve to be wealthy. The next one after that is I deserve to be healthy. I say that because whenever I was younger, I struggled a lot with weight gain and taking care of myself. It's still something that I've just recently gotten back on top of, but before I've actually like taken these steps, it's still difficult. Like just a couple weeks ago maybe. And so that's something that I struggled with when I was younger. I was teased. I had a stepbrother who liked to tease me a lot, just calling me big, calling me fat. I've been called a gorilla before, and just all these things. Because of those lies, I told myself those lies, that I was ugly and that I was a gorilla, that I was just a bad person. So I took care of myself like I felt like I felt like I deserved that, because it's true. Like to me it was true. I made it true. And that's why I say I deserve to be healthy, because it targets that part directly. I already understand that these are lies. Health is something that I choose. It's not something like, you're either healthy or you're not. Nah. You can choose to be healthy. You can choose not to be healthy. It's up to you. It's something that I want for my life. So that's why I'm saying I deserve to be healthy. Next one after that is I deserve to be loved. I say I deserve to be loved because, like I said, I was teased when I was younger. Besides by my stepbrother, I had other people constantly like just teasing me and telling me I was a, emo kid. Like I liked dark stuff, and I still do. But I wear whatever the fuck I feel like. But I still I like being edgy. I like tattoos and piercings and all that stuff. That's still me. And I don't know what happened or when happened where, but people started calling me a poser because I was wearing black and looking however I felt like, but I still hung out with whatever friends I felt like hanging out with. And because I wasn't one of them, I was considered a poser. So that was carrying me, I was carrying that with me. On top of that, relationships were never really a good thing for me. I started them very young, and I didn't understand what I deserved or how I was a girl then, I'm a woman now, but I didn't understand how a woman should be treated by a man. My father wasn't completely in my life when I was younger, and all the father figures that I did have weren't very good examples. So I kind of picked bad people. I didn't know any better. So I just picked some, oh, this guy's nice. This guy's showing me attention. All right, I guess I'll be with this guy. And it was never fulfilling. I always got to a point where I would end up submitting myself to their will. And that's something that I even carried into adulthood. Like it stayed with me, and it was something that I could never address because I didn't really have a father figure. I had older brothers, but I had an older brother who was really, really amazing, that I'm really, really close to. We talk every single day, but at the same time, he was going through his own stuff, and he shouldn't have the responsibility of being like a father figure to me. Like, that's not fair to him. He needs to take care of his shit. So I'm gonna let him take care of his shit. And I never understood how I deserve to be loved. Like, my mom, she loved me to bits, still loves me to bits. I love my mama. I'm a mama's girl. It's just gonna stay that way. That's just how it is. But when it came to the opposite sex, I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what should be expected from that other entity, really, like from the masculine energy. I didn't understand. And so I would be mistreated. I would mistreat myself. I was depressed. I was sad. And I didn't feel like I deserved to be loved because of how they treated me. It's like, oh, well, it must be my fault. It's my fault that they treat me badly. It's my fault that we don't connect. It's my fault, is what I felt like all the time. Like, oh, I need to change. I need to do this. But when I say I deserve to be loved, I mean, I deserve to be loved as me, like flaws and all. I deserve to be loved as me, my whole being, the whole being that I can be in this moment. I deserve to be loved. And that's something that directly targets that feeling of inadequacy that I had whenever I was in relationships. Even with friendships as well. Like, I felt like growing into being an adult, I felt like I had to kind of silence myself in order to be okay, in order to feel like I was a part of them. I had to silence myself. I wouldn't express my full thoughts, the fullness of my being. I was never able to be that way with anybody because I just thought that if I did, they wouldn't love me anymore. And the thing is, even if that is the case, if they did end up not loving me anymore because I was who I was, that just means that those aren't the people that I need to be around. And I completely and totally understand that to the fullest capacity right now. Because, I mean, you should feel free to be you. Like, don't silence yourself for anybody, because there are people who want to see the real you. There are people who are dying to know what you are really like. And don't hold that back for anyone. And that's just one of my affirmations. You can take that one if you want to. I don't care. They don't belong to me. It's just one of the things that I tell myself in order to make my future better. That's just me. My last one, which kind of goes with the I deserve to be loved one, is I deserve to be heard. Now, I say that because I would love to be a motivational speaker. I would love to be on stage. I would love to be talking to people. Like, that's my thing. That's my jam. That's where I want to go. And I've always felt this way. I've always wanted to reach out. I've always wanted to speak and talk to people about everything that is coming through my head, but I never had the confidence. what's being the youngest of 5 children, it was often found that I kind of slipped into the background very, very easily. I was afraid that if I spoke, that I would be attacked, because at one point I was. And it was mainly because I changed the way that I speak. I did it consciously. I do not sound like sorry, let me tell you exactly what people say. I don't sound black, whatever that means. Anyway, I chose to change the way that I speak so that I would be able to speak on a large platform to anyone, anywhere. And I chose it this way specifically so that if someone were to translate it from English to another language, it would be easier to translate. So people from other languages are able to hear what I have to say. So people would call me Oreo, white girl, this and that. Well, I, at a young age, knew who I wanted to be. And I should not have let other people try to stop me or put a little cap on my light. If I were to have any regret, that would be it. However, I understand everything's a process. Everything happens for a reason. I'm happy I did what I did, and I'm happy I stayed strong and I kept it with me throughout the years, and that I didn't choose to change myself so that other people could be happy in that way. Anyway, that's my spiel. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.